Beyond Bollywood is we are showcasing Indian folk dances, Indian classical dances, along with some Bollywood masala dhamal songs. And it happened way back when I was studying in London, and that is the time I was exposed to the theatre art, the musicals, and got the opportunity to work there. And that inspired me totally to lovely classical songs and folk dances. And it's a story about a young girl, folk dances, Indian classical dances, to keep her mother's legacy alive. And it's a journey how she gets involved with.
It's a very special project. We always had this incredible love for musicals, and musicals are very rare in our country because everybody is just crazy about films, and films is the beginning and the end of all entertainment. But musicals have a lot. It's firstly, it's a very difficult art because everything is live. The acting is all live, the dancing is all live. There are no retakes. It's all, whatever you see is happening in front of you. There's no question about retakes or anything like that. And Beyond Bollywood is a very challenging story about, as Rajiv said, is about a young girl and bits of our traditional music fused with modern contemporary Bollywood music. So it's very interesting combination of the two, and it's not just, we present it like a show for the West, but actually the show is for one and all. It's not just for the Western market, it's for the Indian market too. It's a Bollywood film, it's a Bollywood feature film on stage, and it's extremely entertaining. We've seen a lot of it, we've seen a lot of dancing. I remember one evening I went to see the rehearsals, the choreography, and
the culture of theatre is something that we're still trying to revive. It's still in its nascent stages. There's a lot of theatre that does happen, but nobody actually has a musical on stage. And this is probably going to be one of its kind in India. Hopefully, we are hoping to let it travel and let it travel all over the world. There's who go to theatres to watch musicals, and think that we are.
She's essentially from India, and how she goes through this journey from Munich to India, and she discovers so much about herself and about India and about the Indian dances. So yes, it is. But if you see, when you see the musical, everybody's got a very special part in it. Like Raghav has got his own charm and own part, his own uniqueness in it. And Pooja, she's in a fantastic.
There's a dance from Orissa which is called Chow dance. There's Bihu from Assam. There's Lavani from Maharashtra. And there's Kalbelia dance, which is basically a very special dance which is mainly found in Rajasthan among the gypsies. It's a snake charmer dance. So there are these different dances which is basically, not forgetting that a lot of us living here in this city, Bombay, don't know about our own traditions, about our own culture. So it's not just an entertaining musical, it's a beautiful treat of our own culture to the West and to ourselves.
You're releasing as a feature film in Indian cinema.
How successful this musical becomes. If it does, then definitely you will take it one step further by making it a movie.
It is like Sound of Music, Western, they have.
The Sound of Music is a very different story. Do you know the story of Sound of Music?
I have seen years ago.
आपको याद है story याद है?
थोड़ी.
हाँ, तो वो story बहुत अलग है. It's about Sound of Music वो छोटे बच्चों की story है. It's about kids going to visit somebody, and that person is a very strict guy, but the lady, I don't know if you remember the story. Yes, story बहुत अलग है Sound of Music. But yes, format के हिसाब से it's a Western musical.
She was non-civilized, and by songs she becomes a civilized and like that.
No, this is more like how you would see a Lion King in the West. It's a story which also relies on music to take the story forward, and it's more about the song and the dance and the visual treat that a person gets. unlike in a film where you have more dialogues and more story and all that. This is more about the visual appeal of dancing and the music, and the story is a sutradhar between the music and the dance.
So lastly, this
Bollywood songs as well. But the reason why we kept it beyond Bollywood is that we want to show and explore the other parts of India, the other culture of India, the other sounds, the other music in its original format, and not mixed with necessarily mixed with any English beats or something like that. So we've tried to maintain the authenticity in terms of music, in terms of choreography, in terms of costumes. So it's mainly folk dances will look like folk dance. Of course, the energy and the lights will glamorize it, but the music is very raw. And the choreography is also typical folk dance picked up from the parts of India. And also the Kathak dance, we've kept it very authentic, very rooted.
Recording, we've actually recorded the Nasik Dhol for a Ganpati procession. We've recorded 25 Nasik Dhol players. So there's a lot of effort, money, and love put in this musical. And Bollywood is one part of it, but the Kathak influence and all the other influences are actually the heart and soul of the musical.
This whole
Incredible effort.
Yes, please, we need your support too. Thank you so much.